So there were a lot of home invasions this week, so I thought I'd do a second video to cover a few more of them. And these ones will all be just news articles that I'll be reading to you. This one happened in Fort Worth, Texas. A man shot, injured in West Fort Worth while trying to break into a trailer, police say. It was on August 28th. A man was shot and injured in Fort Worth late Tuesday during an attempted break-in. Officers were dispatched to a home in the 7600 block of Dahlan Street shortly before midnight after someone called 911 to report their boyfriend had been shot. Police said a man was shot at that location while he was trying to break into a trailer. The suspect was taken to the local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. According to the police, it is not clear if he will face any charges connected to the break-in. So the suspect was taken to the hospital, and it's not clear if he'll face any charges connected with the break-in. This is something that's typical. These guys, they know that they can get away with this most of the time, and so there's no deterrence to them. So these things are going to keep happening, unfortunately, and this was even in Texas, which one would expect things to be a little bit better there. So let's move on to this next one. Homeowner shoots intruder, suspect flees home and has not been located. Okay, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Around 11 a.m., the Albuquerque Police Department received a call from a homeowner stating that their spouse shot an intruder in their home located at the 1300 block of Katy Street. When officers arrived on the scene, the homeowner exited the house and was questioned by police. Police were able to locate a blood trail leading away from the house. Officers tried to locate a gunshot victim within the neighborhood but could not find anyone bleeding. There was a heavy police presence near the Snow Heights Park as they looked for evidence and a suspect. Local hospitals were notified to keep lookout for anyone coming in with gunshot wound. We'll update the story as information. So this is how a lot of these stories are. They don't really have a whole lot of information, but they let you know that this stuff is happening. And so this one happened, or this one occurred in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the guy was shot, but they can't find him, so they'll find him somewhere. Okay, homeowner shoots suspected intruder during burglary in Pettis County. This is Pettis County, Missouri. A homeowner in Pettis County shot and killed an intruder during a burglary early Friday morning, the sheriff's office said. Deputies responded to a single vehicle accident near Anderson School Road and Shire Lane around 1 a.m. and were alerted to a nearby burglary in progress. The homeowner reported that an unknown individual had forced his way into his residence. Upon arrival, deputies found that the intruder had been shot by the homeowner and was pronounced dead by the medics from the Pettis County Ambulance District. Authorities are withholding the names pending next of kin notification. The investigation is ongoing. Okay, so that guy shot the home invader, and that home invader died. And unfortunately, this is the only way. Shooting these guys is the only way that these end, because the justice system isn't putting these guys in jail. And they don't think about these things when they're letting these guys back out to keep doing this over and over to a bunch of people, the effects that it has on the person in that home. If that happens to you and the one place that you want to feel safe at has been invaded by somebody just coming into your house, you don't even feel safe in your own home anymore. And this guy, unfortunately, had to kill this guy. But it's the only way. This guy's never going to do that again. I mean, it sounds really bad to say that, but it's literally the only way, because our justice system just isn't taking care of this the way that they should be. Lee's Summit homeowner shoots, injures intruder Saturday morning. Police in Lee's Summit, this is outside of Kansas City, Missouri. Police in Lee's Summit say a homeowner opened fire after discovering an intruder inside their home Saturday morning. Officers were called just after 7:30 a.m. to the 2800 block of Northwest Chipman Road after receiving a call about a burglary. A Lee's Summit police spokesperson said the homeowner told officers a male had entered their residence and refused to leave. The homeowner said they fired one shot towards the male, striking him with gunfire. The male subject was able to escape the home and get into a nearby vehicle. Police later located the vehicle and took the driver and the injured male subject into custody. The spokesperson said the male subject's injuries were not life-threatening. Detectives are continuing to investigate the incident, though at this time they don't believe the male subject and the homeowner knew each other. No other suspects are being sought. Jackson County prosecutors issued a warrant for 32-year-old Trent Taylor on Saturday. He is charged with first-degree burglary and 2 counts of harassment. Police say Taylor's bond is set at $45,000 or 10%. So they're giving this guy bond. He's probably going to bond out. Even when he goes to court, his charge is going to be next to nothing, and he's going to be back on the streets doing the same thing a year from now or less. And we got this one last one for you. Deputies, homeowner shoots, kills suspects in Florence County home invasion. Again, all of these were going to be home invasions today. Authorities in the PD say a suspect was fatally shot by a homeowner Friday afternoon. The Florence County Sheriff's Office said that the incident happened on Rodman Road near Lake City. According to the Sheriff's Office, responding deputies found the suspect had been shot by the homeowner at the scene and later died at the hospital. No further details were immediately available. If anybody knows what authorities in the PD, the Florence Police Department, they literally spelled out PD. It must have been a computer must have printed this out for them, and nobody even read this to know that PD, I'm assuming that means PD, like police department, only it's spelt out. So that was the last one, and there were a lot of home invasions this week, and the only ones that I ever cover, or the only ones that really ever even get talked about, is if the homeowner shoots or attacks the home invader in some way, shape, or form. And so it was kind of a lot. I think there were at least 10 or 12 that I came across. So there's probably, a lot more that actually happened. And you got to figure there's probably hundreds a week that happen. And I covered like 5 in this, and I think there was 5 or 6 in the other video that I did this week on self-defense that covered more of them. So this is something that happens all the time, and I think that unless these guys learn from their victims that they can't do this stuff to people anymore, they're not going to learn from the justice system. So these stories are important to get out there so people see that people are protecting themselves in their home. And we're going to continue to keep putting as many of these stories out there as we can. If the criminal does not fear the police, a judge, or prison, he must be taught to fear his victims.